Hi friends, this is question number 2, exercise 5.3 pertaining to arithmetic progressions, that is, in short, it is called as AP. So this says find the sums of the following series in AP. So part 1 is 7 plus 10 1 by 2 plus 14 plus dash 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 it, and the last term is 84. So we have to find the sum of this series. So here first term is 7, last term is 84, that is also known, we can express in the form of L or A suffix n. So that represents last term. So common difference will be the difference of any two consecutive terms, that is the say second term minus first term or third term minus second term and so on. So now in this case we have to find the sum where we require a plus d plus n. So in this question a we can calculate, a is given as 7, d we can calculate, that is 10.5 minus 7, but n is not available. No, the n is number of terms, we have only last term, and we know the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d, that is the last term is given as an, and we know the formula for that, and by knowing a and d we can calculate n from there, that is the number of terms we can calculate from there, and by knowing a, d and n we can calculate sum. So in this case first we have to calculate n, then with that with the help of n and a and d we can calculate the sum by using the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 within a bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d. So like that we have to proceed further in such type of questions where n is not given directly. First we have to calculate n, first term and last term is given, and even sum also Sn is equal to is derived from the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 within the bracket first term plus the last term. So L we can write a plus L or a plus an, and an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. So we can directly use the formula where last term is given. We need not to go for the lengthy method because this is already given. I'll explain again at the appropriate time. So first we'll find what is a here. In this case a is equal to 7, an, that is last term, that is known as L, or it is also represented by an, that is 84, and the d is equal to second term minus first term, that is 10 1 by 2 minus 7, which is first term. So this is equivalent to 10 1 by 2, we can take LCM, so 2 into 10 20 plus 1 21, we can write it 21 by 2 minus 7, which is equal to 22 by 2, which is LCM you can take. So this 7 becomes minus 14. So 21 minus 17, that is 7 by 2. So hence D is equal to 7 by 2. Now we know the formula for the nth term, that is an. So in this case it is 84. So we know the formula. We know an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So by using this formula, we will find the value of n. So in this case, we know an, we know a, we know d, so we can find out the value of n. So on putting the values of an, a and d in this formula, that is, let it be equation 1, on putting the values of a, d and an in equation 1, we get in the form of an is 84, a is 7, plus n minus 1, n is unknown and we have to calculate. D is 7 by 2, so into 7 by 2. Now we have to simplify it. So we can say 84 is equal to, or 84 is equal to 7 plus, or we will do one thing. We will bring 7 on the left hand side because we have to calculate the n by n minus 1. So this becomes 84 minus 7 is equal to n minus 1 into 7 by 2. So 84 minus 7, that is 77, is equal to n minus 1 into 7 by 2, or we'll write it 77. 7 by 2 will take on the left hand side, so it will become 2 by 7 is equal to n minus 1, or 7 into 11, 77, so 11 into 2, 22, so this is 22 is equal to n minus 1, or n is equal to 22 plus 1, so minus 1 on the left hand side, if you are taking it, will become plus, so n is equal to 23. So we know number of terms are 23 now, but what is the sum now? We know Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l or we can write it as Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus an or Sn is equal to n by 2 within the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d. So these are all same formulas, you know. So here Sn is equal to n by 2 within the bracket a plus l. A plus l means a is the first term or l is the last term. But last term can also be written as, some people they use L, some people they use as an. So then Sn will be equal to n by 2 within the bracket a plus an. An is nothing but the last term or nth term. So different names are there, but it has the same meaning. Or Sn is equal to n by 2, which we are normally using this formula, is equal to 2a plus n minus 1d. This is also derived from the above formula, because an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. So we have put the value of an here. So this becomes a plus a 2a plus n minus 1d. So because an is equal to a plus n minus 1d. I'll write it here. An is equal to a plus n minus 1d. So this we have put the value of an in the above equation, and so we got it like that. So now we can use the formula. This one we can say, call it Sn is equal to n by 2 first term plus, I'll say a plus an for clarification, so there should not be any confusion. So that's why I explained it in detail. So n by 2 is, n is 23 by 2, a is 7, the last term is an is 84. So I'm putting the values of a plus an. Now we will further simplify it. 23 by 2 into 7 plus 84, 91, which is equal to 91, 23, 73, so 2093 by 2. So this is 2093 by 2, which you can further divide. So this will become 102482612. So 1046, one and a half. So this is the sum of this series in AP, which we have to find out, and this is over now. So this is part 2 of question number 2, exercise 5.3, pertaining to arithmetic progressions. So which is in short is known as by AP. And here we have been given a series in AP, that is 34 plus 32 plus 30 plus dash dash dash. It goes to the last term 10. So nth term is 10. So we have to find the sum of this series. So in this equation where the nth term is given Sn is equal to a plus L into n by 2. So in this case we don't know n, we have to find the value of n first, then we will be using the formula of sum, that is Sn. And what is the formula for calculating n, that we will see now. So first we will say here a is given as 34, d is given, d we have to calculate, that is second term 32 minus first term minus 34 is equal to 32 minus 34 is equal to minus 2. And an, that is nth term, we have been given as 10. Now we also know that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. We will put the values of an and a and d, and we will find out the value of n from here. So on putting it, let it be equation 1. So on putting the values of an a and d in equation 1, we get an is equal to 10 is equal to first term a, that is 34 plus n minus 1 into d. D is calculated as minus 2. So this is minus 2, we have put the value here. Now this is further simplification, it will give 34 into minus 2, that is minus 68. So 10 is equal to minus 68 into n minus 1, or we'll say n minus 1 is equal to minus 68, we will carry on the other side, so this will be getting divided. This will go to the denominator side. So this becomes minus 10 by 68, as 68 is minus, so whole term will become minus. Or n is equal to one will take on the right hand side, so minus 10 divided by 68, so minus 1 becomes plus 1. So this is equivalent to minus 10 plus 68 divided by 68, or minus 10 plus 68, that is nothing but plus 58 divided by 68, or further simplification will give 2 into 29, that is 58 divided by 34. So n is equal to 29 by 34. Hi friends, this is part 2 of question number 2, exercise 5.3 pertaining to arithmetic progressions, which is also known as AP. So part 2 is 34 plus 32 plus 30 plus dash dash, it goes up to nth term as 10. So in this case we have to find the sum of this series in AP. So for finding out the sum of the series, we have the different formulas. So we'll use those formulas and we'll see how to find it out, because for summation we require n, value of n. In this particular case value of n is not given. We have been given the nth term, that is as 10, which is an, or it is also known as last term L also. So first we'll find out the value of n, then we'll see further how to go about it. Now here a is given as 34, that is the first term. D is the common difference, that is the second term, minus the first term, that is 32 minus 34, that is minus 2, and an, or also known as L, or the last term, is given as 10. So we know that we have the formula for the last term is also given, that is an is also given as a plus n minus 1 into d. Let it be equation 1. So now we'll say on putting the values of an a and d in equation 1, we get an is how much? 10. So 10 is equal to a is 34. So we'll say 34 plus n minus 1, n unknown, so we'll keep as it is, into d. D is minus 2. So on further simplification it will give us, or 10 is equal to 34 or 10 minus 30 will, or on further simplification we'll take minus 34 on the other side, because we have to calculate the value of n minus 1. So all other items one by one we will take on the other side, so that we can calculate the value of n. So 10 minus 34 is equal to n minus 1 into minus 2, or this is minus 24, and we'll take minus 2 from the right hand side to the left hand side, which will be divided, because as it is getting multiplied on the right hand side, so on the left hand side it will get divided. So this will be minus 2 is equal to n minus 1, or minus 24 divided by minus 2 will give us 12 is equal to n minus 1, or n is equal to 12 plus 1, that is 13. So number of terms in this series are 13. Now we know the formula of Sn, that is sum, which we have to find, is equal to a plus L, or we call it a plus an. So in this case, or we have 2a, so this is n by 2, sorry, n by 2 into a plus l, n by 2 a plus a by n, so n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 to d. So these are basically the same formulas. So the second or third formulas by putting the value of an. So we'll use Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus an. So these are the formulas I have mentioned just for clarification purpose, but we are going to use this formula. So here n is equal to 13 divided by 2. First term is 34 and the last term is 10. So we will say this is equal to 13 by 2 into 44. 34 plus 10, 44. So 2, 22, 20, it is 44. So 22 into 13, 13 into 2, 26. 26 plus 2, this is 286. So here sum is sum of 13 terms is 286, which you have to calculate, and this is 1. This is question number 2, part 3, exercise 5.3 pertaining to arithmetic progressions, which is also known as in short as AP. So here we have been given the series 5 plus, we have been given the AP series minus 5 plus within the bracket minus 8 plus within the bracket minus 11, and it goes up to 230. This is part 3 of question number 2, exercise 5.3, pertaining to arithmetic progressions, which is also known as AP in short. And the series in AP is minus 5 plus within the bracket minus 8 plus within the bracket minus 11 plus dash dash dash. It goes up to the nth term, which is minus 230. So we have to find the sum of this series, that is Sn, and for that we have to find out first the value of n by using the formula nth term. We are going to do it. So here in this particular case, a is equal to minus 5, d is equal to minus 8 minus 5, the difference of the second term and the first term. The second term is in minus, first term is also in minus, so minus 8 and minus 5 becomes plus 5, so plus 5 is equal to minus 3, so d is equal to minus 3. And nth term is given, that is an is given as minus 230. So now we know the formula that an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. Now putting the value of, let's say putting the values of an, a and d in equation 1 above, we get, so an is minus 230 is equal to a is minus 5 plus n is unknown, which we have to calculate, n minus 1 into d is minus 3. On further simplification, it will give us, because we have to calculate the value of n, so all other items we take on the other side. So this becomes minus 230 plus 5 we take on the left hand side, so plus 5 is equal to n minus 1 into minus 3, or minus 225 minus 230 plus 5 minus 225 divided by minus 3, which is multiplying on the right hand side. We have been taking it on the left hand side, and it will be getting divided, it will be dividing, it is going to the denominator side, so minus 3 is equal to n minus 1, or minus 225 divided by minus 3, minus minus will get cancelled, so this becomes 3 7 21 75 is equal to n minus 1, or we'll say n is equal to 75 plus 1 is equal to 76. So number of terms in this case is 76. Now, as you know, the formula for this thing is sum of the terms in the AP series is given as Sn is equal to n by 2 within the bracket a plus an. Now we'll put the values of n, a and an in this series. In this formula we'll be getting, so let it be a formula 2. On putting the values, we can say This will be equivalent to Sn means S76 the nth term, n is 76 divided by 2, a is minus 5. We will put the value as minus 5 plus an is minus 230. Or this becomes equivalent to 38, 76 divided by 2 into minus 235 is equal to so this is equivalent to, I have done some calculation already, so to save video time, so this is simple calculation only, you can do yourself. So this is equivalent to minus 8930, that is 38 into minus 235 will give us minus 8930, which is sum of nth term, that is 76. So that we have to find out, and this is over now.